up, everybody? It's me, Justin Johnson, and I'm hanging out up here in the guitar loft. It's basically where I have fun, write songs, and come up with different ideas for albums, test out equipment. And that's basically what I'm doing today, just having a normal Saturday and wanted to share the fun with you guys. If you have any questions while you're watching, feel free to ask them on there. I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. One of the things I love about being up here is pretty much anytime I have an idea for a new sound or there's something I'm working on with an album, I can basically pick between a lot of these really cool and eclectic instruments and just have some fun with it and see what kind of tones are working for what I'm doing. Right now, just to let you know what I was just playing, first of all, I'm playing this beautiful Wide Sky guitar, PL1. It's really a cool acoustic guitar. I think I recorded more with this guitar than any other guitar on my last album, Turquoise Trail. This was on almost every song on that album. And I love it. It's got this mule mini humbucker for the pickup, which gives it, you get the acoustic sound, but when you plug it in, you get this nice bluesy electric sound. And if it looks familiar, this is based on a couple, loosely based on a couple old vintage Gibson model guitars. One is the guitar you see Robert Johnson in that famous picture. Robert Johnson played a guitar similar to this. And then it's also got a deeper body than that style of Gibson. So it's got more of like a body style depth of like a Nick Lucas Gibson acoustic. And again, that's Wide Sky guitar makes that. I'm playing this bass drum right here from Sidekick Drums. And they make some killer drums, especially sort of contoured to the one-man band philosophy. So you can see it's got a nice big bass drum, but it's not very deep, so it's good for traveling, good for busking, stuff like that. But it's still got a nice big fat sound. And they've got some great, you can also set up snare drums, other drums as floor drums, so they have some cool options for that. What's that?
Someone asked how many guitars you
have.
have.
Someone asked how many guitars I have. I think I've got about 300 plus guitars, both up here and around the house. And again, some from one string guitars to instruments like this, really nice, beautiful custom 6 strings and 12 strings. And just a little bit of everything. Like these guitars over here, for example, are all license plate guitars. And What's that?
Ian's tuned in.
Oh, Ian's tuned in. Ian McDonald is the executive producer of my last album, Turquoise Trail, my last 2 albums, actually. He built this one right here. It's a New Mexico plate, license plate resonator. I've got all different types over here, and we'll get into that maybe a little bit later, too. I'm going to play another tune really quick. I'm plugged into this double cream pedal.
Ian said you need more guitars. Just tell him to get back in the workshop.
Yeah, Ian said I need more guitars. I'm waiting for that 6-string you've been building, Ian, that Strat. You can check out Ian's website, too. That's justplaytheblues.co.uk. I was trying to remember that extension for the UK. Just Play the Blues.
What's the maker of the guitar you have now?
This is a Wide Sky guitar that made this guitar right here. He's got a great Instagram page and a website, wideskyguitars.com. I'm going into this double cream pedal. This is a brand new pedal from Black Star Amps. It's got 2 channels of distortion. It's got some great effects on there. It's got a really nice classic tone to it also. So if I turn that off, it's just clean tone. If I turn that on, I'm going through the first channel. Just got that juke joint tone, which I love on that. And I've just got a little bit of slap echo coming from this Ibanez DE7 echo pedal. That just gives me a little bit, there's no reverb on it, so I'm just getting a little slap echo. that's the White Sky PL1 right there I was just playing. And I'm going to play this guitar here. This is a funky one I was just playing a little bit earlier. And this is a 3-string bass guitar by Little Crow Guitars. They're based just outside of Perth, Australia, so basically if I dug a hole through the earth, I'd probably pop out pretty close to them on the other side of the planet. And what's so cool about their guitars, well, there's a lot of things cool about them, but I love their design concept. It's a husband and wife team for Little Crow Guitars, and they built furniture for a long time, so they have an amazing woodworking workshop, all these beautiful tools, and they know woodworking inside and out. So they started getting a passion one day to build some guitars, and just like some of the best guitar makers of all time, like Orville Gibson, for example, started in furniture and then moved over to guitar building. And so they know the woods, they know the building techniques, they know how to get the effects they need, and it's just awesome, the results. This is part of a line called the Blues Plank series that I helped create with them, and it's basically everything that'll make the guitar feel good and sound good, and nothing else. The cosmetics are super bluesy, there's no fancy paint jobs, just nice natural wood, great choices for wood. And then some pretty unorthodox styles also, some different resonator styles, 3-string, 4-string, 6-string, that kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Motown with a little bit of blues. I love it. And yeah, it's also cool because like this has what would normally be like a P-bass pickup, like a Fender P-bass pickup. And there's 2 single coils. Generally, you have them out of phase so that one of these pickups generally picks up 2 bass strings, whereas the other one is slightly offset and picks up the other 2 bass strings. They have it wired here where instead of picking up 2 strings, it picks up 3 strings, but it does it like a humbucker, so you actually have 2 pickups. So it's got a lot higher output. It's got a huge sound, like a nice fat sound. And I'm actually running that through the double cream pedal as well, so that's got a little gain on it. Again, that's Little Crow guitars from their Blues Plank line. I believe that's called the B03 bass for bolt-on neck, 3-string. Got the sync strainer here for the cover plate for the electronics in the back. Awesome guitar. And speaking of Blues Planks, there's all kinds of different Blues Plank series guitars. So here's a couple more that I've got from Little Crow. This one's actually my Justin Johnson signature Blues Plank guitar. It's got a P180 pickup and a push-pull knob as a volume knob, so that can be a single coil or a humbucker. I just posted a video off of my a music video from my last album, Turquoise Trail, recently on Facebook and YouTube. And that's called 5-Horse Getaway. And you can see me just going to town on this guitar on that video.
What's the advantage of less strings?
Oh, what's the advantage of less strings? I'll answer that question in just a sec. This is the B06 Resonator, also a Blues Plank guitar from Little Crow. And that's got a cat food bowl as the resonator down here. I played this on the song Wooden Weed from my Walls Could Talk album. I love the sound of this guitar too. You just get some crazy overtones from that resonator. And again, real simple bluesy designs on those. But that's a great question. I want to show, someone just asked, what's the benefit of less strings on the guitar? And I'm going to grab a guitar to show that. Let's see here. Let me grab this one. So this is a 3-string license plate resonator guitar. This was built by Mad Dog Guitars out in Blair, Nebraska. And so, to me, the benefit of having less strings, there's a lot of different ways you can look at it. Let's say you're a total beginner and you want to learn guitar, but you want to have fun on the guitar right when you get it. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't matter what instrument you play, there's always a learning curve. And a lot of times, like with 6-string guitar, for example, it can take you, weeks or maybe months before you can actually play a song to tempo and really feel like you're making music with it. You have to be really patient. You have to practice with it. And with a 3-string guitar, though, like this one right here, you can tune it to, I'm tuning it to an open G tuning. And so what's good about an open tuning is when you strum it, even if you don't hold anything down with your left hand, it already sounds like a chord. It's tuned to a G chord, G, D, G. So you can actually play one finger up and down the fretboard with just your left hand, one finger, and you can strum chords, all kinds of chord changes. Actually, in my 3-string instructional DVD, I teach how to read chord changes for just about any song you want and play along right off the bat. So it's good with the 3-string from the beginner standpoint that you can just pick it up and play with it, have fun with it. If you're already really good at guitar, if you're already familiar with guitar, bass, any kind of stringed instrument, what I love about the 3-string is it breaks you of all the habits you have. A lot of times you just get locked in patterns, you learn scales and chords. You just stop thinking and feeling about the music anymore, and you're kind of on autopilot.
Someone asked where they can get DVDs.
Oh, where can you get my instructional DVDs? You can get them at my website, justinjohnsonlive.com. Go to the store page on that website. All of my instructional materials on there. But you can go as far as you want with a 3-string. If you're already familiar with a stringed instrument, and this is what happened to me. I picked up my first 3-string. And it made me have to listen again. It made me have to think about patterns differently. And it also brought a different type of blues music out of me. So I'd start playing, let's say something down low like this, just hitting a root chord with my thumb. And then I'd work up and down the string for the melodies. What's this tuned to? This is tuned to an open G tuning. I've got the A, D, and G strings from a standard 6-string guitar pack, and I've got this A string tuned down to a G. So it's like a G power chord, G, D, G. So it's not major, it's not minor. If you want to make it major, you can play that major third. If you want to make it minor, play that minor third. It's great for learning scales, like I said, up and down the fretboard. So let's say you do a scale on that high G string. Let's say you want it to be a major scale, sound maybe gospel-y. So you want it to sound minor. See, all of that lead was on that high string, and you just go on with that kind of thing, and it's great practice. You can apply it to any stringed instrument too. It doesn't have to just be the 3-string, but you learn how to work up and down the fretboard as opposed to just staying in one position too, which is so common with 6-string guitar. You can see that's the 3-string. Again, that's built by Mad Dog CBGs out of Blair, Nebraska. He does some killer guitars. All of these boxes he makes too are out of old 200-year-old barnwood. It's a southern yellow pine. And it's been aged in those blizzards up in Nebraska for about 2 centuries, so it's got some incredible resonance to it. One-piece neck there. A lot of the guitars that are built for me, people send to me, you know, they're made out of some incredibly inventive different materials. This one from Keith Crumley out in Alabama is two cookie sheets that are screwed together with a single coil pickup on it. You got one here, a double neck, half lap steel, half 4-string guitar with a big cigar box for the body. Got a Cadillac tail fin guitar. You've probably seen that from some of the videos from my last album. All of these instruments right here are all different 1-string diddly bows that people have built for me out of everything from scrap wood to tin cans to a fan blade. There's a resonator gourd. It's built by Charles Atchison. Got the skateboard lap steel down there. And I'll be doing more live streams like this coming up also, just breaking out some different instruments and seeing, see what comes from it. So right now I'm working on also some songs for the next album, figuring out what that album's going to be and just trying to get creative up here and having some fun with it. Here's a 4-string guitar built by Starboard Side, and it's got a tin can for the resonator. It's got a little microwave vent here for the sound hole cover. Little maple neck, just hand built in, into this shape. Number 12. And this has the a really short scale length, which is nice for portability. It's got the highest 4 strings. The highest pitch 4
Somebody
strings.
asked, when do I get a puppy?
When do what?
When do I get a puppy? I didn't ask that. Someone else.
When do you? Nikki's been wanting a pug. Uh-oh. Are you sure someone? I'm gonna have to check those messages and see if someone asked that.
The world wants to know.
So I've got this tuned standard tuning with the highest pitch 4 strings. What's that?
Ian says I need one.
Yeah, you do need one of these, Ian. Or are you talking about a puppy?
I need a puppy. Hashtag puppy for Nikki.
Hashtag puppy for Nikki. Well, hey, it was fun hanging out with you guys. Thanks for watching. Once again, my name is Justin Johnson. Make sure you go to justinjohnsonlive.com. Check out the store. I've got 3-string guitars for sale, shovel guitars. I've got the instructional material I was talking about, the 3-string guitar instruction. And then, of course, all my albums. So make sure you pick something up. Also, just remembered, we've got very limited quantities of 2 shirts that we are just about out of stock of. So go to the website, justinjohnsonlive.com. get yourself a shirt.
Check out these builders. We'll put different plans.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you see any guitars, next time I do a live stream up here, ask me about them. I'll pick them up and play them for you. I'm going to do one more on this starboard side guitar.